they're not. So it's the idea is with truth. Through a lottery system, you take the decision making about the reproduction of the tribe out of the hands of your females in a gentle way. Because right now the decisions for the reproduction of your tribes have been left to the females for the past 150 200 years, and they have been doing a shitty job of it by having all this uh, children with absent fathers, and a lot of your Teslas and Nietzsche's would be without children. That means your system has failed. That means your numbers are going down, as Japan is. Solution: take the decision making out of the female's hands. Female or reproductive age, we covered this another time, that female of reproductive age, they're you know they don't play with a full deck. Let's put it this way: female in their reproductive years of your species on your planet, during the reproductive years, they don't play with a full deck of cards. All their screws are not tight. Some of them are even fucking missing. So they're picky because their screws are missing, and their brain is not firing on all pistons. That's why. So within the reproductive years, and that's why they are ridiculous in terms of decision making. Therefore, the single mothers, and therefore the all the abortions, and therefore this, and you want to decrease the abortion. This is for the abortion people, anti-abortion people. If there is a lottery, and there is a marriage before conception, then there is a bigger chance of survival of the baby. Start a lottery. I don't think anybody could be against this. In you know nobody should be against this, because it's not going to be mandatory. It's going to be voluntary. And I have a feeling, and in this way, you will take the decision making out of the hands of women who are not playing with a full set of cards. You make the decision making out of their hands, and it's a legitimate way, a very nice way of taking the decision making out of your female's hands. Start a lottery system, and I think everything should work out just fine from there. Because, you know, this idea that, the scratchy, the scratchy lottery ticket, anything, and if you agree on anything, it's a winner. A marriage that starts with, if you agree on anything, that's a winner. That's a, that's going to be a pretty great marriage. Imagine that. If you go in with zero expectations, and if you go in with zero expectations, it's going to be a great marriage. How do you create zero expectations? Make it a lottery. People pay the dollar, $2, $5, just for a chance at it. You see what I'm saying? And even if they get their money back, anything on that card is a winner. So if you agree on anything in a lottery marriage, if you agree on anything, that's a winner. And you move from there. The idea of the salesman style of saying yes. If if you if you get your buyer to say yes multiple times to not very hard questions, simple questions. If you agree them to if you convince them to continue saying yes, yes, yes to a concept, then at the end you can't sell them the car, because you have got them on yes path. So at the end they can't disagree with you, so they will sign the papers. My point is this: if you, you know, get them on a yes at the beginning of that relationship, any coincidental agreements on any subject starts as a positive, and they move from there. It's sort of like, this is what the lottery has picked you as your marriage partner. Here you go meet over here, and from there they go in as a blind date. Any agreements on anything would be at the end would be considered as a positive. And if they do have a skin in the game, that means they have invested. There is a, ticket to buy the lottery, right? If they have invested to buy a ticket into a lottery, I have a feeling if there's if they lose their money, I have a feeling they will, more likely than not, try to, work with it. That's how you create more of these units that you call a family. That's how in your societies, because this, love business is not working. This is what Hollywood has been promoting. It's not working. It doesn't work. It never did. You have recently started for the past 200 years. Before that, it was tribal, and it was all arranged for everybody in the tribe. So they kept their Teslas and niches. This fucking system that you have adopted, these Teslas and niches are not in the gene pool. You have lost them. You can lose anything, just not intelligence, because, you know, nature doesn't, you know, just create intelligence willy-nilly. It's a sequence. Just as, as many retarded are born, as many intelligent are also born. It's just a matter of which one do you want to keep. You know, are your females understanding the concept? And believe me, 9 out of 10 times the problem are the female. The problem of being the problem in terms of, you know, they're all looking for LeBron James. I mean, if I'm not right, tell me I'm not right. Tell me I'm talking out of my ass. The ideal is, was Michael Jordan. Now the ideal is LeBron James. The ideal, and I don't even know what LeBron James looks like. I'm sorry, I don't follow sports. But my point is this: a concept of physical strength and money, and you know. But the point is this: that, and they all feel they deserve. That's the thing. They all feel they deserve the best because women are selfish. Women were, overthink it. Women are, think too much of thyself. So ju- they do. This is sort of like, this has been proven with these interviews that have been done, and that has always been the case with women. Uh, the whole idea behind mascara and, painting the face, and because you as women think too much of yourself. You think what you are is not. This is not me. This is me, a clown with paint on my face. You see where I'm going with this? You think too much of yourself, and you think, no, this is not good enough. I have to paint myself, and I have to, put a lot of makeup on because I deserve this. This should be me. I'm sorry, if that is not you and your natural colors are not good enough, do you understand that that's why this whole concept of women trying to look more beautiful than they were born? They have this concept of what is beauty, and that is a Norwegian. A Norwegian facial feature is considered as beautiful. So from there, anything that doesn't look like there in your fucking planet has to look like that. Whether in terms of pigmentation numbers or, shape of the, face and body. And, and that's another thing that your conservatives and these liberals are clashing of what is the concept of beauty. What is beautiful? And okay, no, Melania Trump is beautiful. Okay, fine, she is, but to what standard? To the Norwegian standard? Yes, she looks very much like how you would expect people in Northern Europe to look like. Women who are considered as beautiful in Northern Europe are look like Melania Trump. Good for her. But the point is this: that uh, that's considering the standards of beauty of one tribe as the standard of beauty that the fucking Africans have to follow. Standard of beauty that the Venezuelans have to follow, or the Chileans have to follow the standard of beauty. We have to follow the same religion, then we have to follow the same standard of beauty. We have to follow the same form of government. We have to follow the same form of economy. Oh, fucking hey! My penis is better. My penis is best. You always, you humanoids, think of what you have as the best. Everybody has to have mine because mine is the best. Here's the thing, Mr. Jordan Peterson. I think you have to promote this lottery idea. Think about it. It's just the only way that the societies of your size with your, too big, too intermingled, and the intelligence ones who are dying off. Their genetic, that those few times that the nature has got it right, are, you know they disappear with very few, you know children left behind, or none at all. My brother had two children, uh, and he was a dentist, so the intelligence was there, but even replacement, I believe, is 2.5 or 3 something. I think the replacement is 4, as if, like, to make up for those who haven't reproduced. So the replacement has to in order to create, to is 4 at least. Those who do get married should have at least 4 children, and he only had 2. And you're thinking to yourself, and Tesla and Nietzsche had none. Japanese are going extinct. It's something with this intelligence thing. The more intelligent, the less these folks reproduce. And a planet, that planet-wise, the wisest species, if goes in this way, that the smartest species that this planet used to produce, when they get wise, their culture becomes wise, their brain becomes faster. These Those are the ones that go extinct, and the fools keep coming up, keep reproducing, and by the time the fools get smart, they stop reproducing, and all the smart ones go away. The species keeps going, doing the same mistakes, because, I mean, you have smart people, but then you have a system in which a very non-smart people become your leaders. What part of democracy is right? A very non-smart people become leaders. This is, from the movie Bill Maher made, in which, congressmen and senators were very ignorant about a lot of matters, And one of the senators or representative in is, Bill Maher, Religulous. It's a good movie. You should watch it. In this Religulous movie, many senators and representatives clearly say that, you know, you don't have to. One of them actually said you don't have to be very smart to get this job. You just don't. It's not one of the requirements. Yeah, being very extrovert and will be at least being very extrovert and being willing to, shake 1,000 hands a day without actually knowing any of their fucking names. Yeah, smart people don't want to do that. What the fuck? I'm not a towel. I don't want to shake 1,000 hands a day. I mean, you feel like a towel. A lot of these folks are, like towels during election time. That usually smart people don't occupy, towel-like position in a society. Yeah, the system doesn't make sense anymore. I think, intellectuals, a group of nine, an odd number of, odd number of intellectuals being at the highest level of presidency. Let's say, imagine, that's why I'm saying this, for example, this lottery decision about marriage, lottery marriage, would be a decision that would be made by a wise group of leaders. It wouldn't be made by one president. But if there were, let's say, 9 presidents or 13 presidents, imagine there is not one presidency, there is 13 of them. And imagine these are not elected by people who never met them, don't know them. These people are selected by the highest learning centers in the land. Imagine they're selected, not elected, selected by by 13 of the highest learning centers in the land, in which they're, always graded, and their lineup is well known. These highest learning institutions in the land, 13 of them get to choose the 13 who are highest. Some of them may drop and go down, and others may rise. But the 13 highest learning centers in the land, which are graded, choose the 13 presidents. Each one has the right to replace one president as a learning center. And all of the faculty have a vote in picking. Imagine a higher body of presidents that is chosen like that. Not one president, but 13 who are selected by the highest learning centers in the land. No problem with that. Imagine, instead of getting George W. Bush and Dick Cheney and the gang, you had 13 Benjamin Franklins running the land. Running the fucking empire. 13 Benjamin Franklins should be running the empire. Not George W. Bush. Not Clinton, you know, not not Trump, not Biden, nobody. Not Reagan the actor. No, if imagine you have 13 highest bodies of highest learning in the land choosing each one president for life. One president for life. When he died, they replaced him with another one that they choose from one of their best brains in a university, brains that, you know, imagine having 13 Benjamin Franklins for the country at the highest level, above legislature, above judiciary, and above all. They are the, even above executive branch. So the president, what you call a president today, would take orders from that 13-member council, who are all chosen by their universities. I think that you know, then somebody like Elon Musk can go sit in the room and say, I have this idea, this, and that, and those fucking 13 members of the upper chamber of the empire, they are the decision makers for his ideas. 13 very intelligent people. We went with Trump. Trump sat in room with Elon Musk and came out, and apparently absolutely nothing came out with. Because I don't think, neither Biden nor Trump nor Clinton nor Obama, not a single one of these presidents are, you know, they're not effective in terms of formation of policy. It, the fucking thing becomes an oil tanker. They say, the ship of state is the only ship that, turns like an oil tanker. It takes years and years for a policy decision to take effect. I don't think that should be the case. That's that's the power of the 13-member council. That would be the highest chamber of power in the land.